How important is post-launch content to any of this in the pitching? Do they need to have a 3 to 6 month plan? Is it if it is a live ops game, is that a plus or a minus? How far in advance do they need to plan their development cycles?
So there are two things here. The first thing is 3 months after launch. It's not really post-launch, but it's a thing that should be part of your budget, that should be anticipated, etc. So that in case your game is a slow performer, meaning it sells over time, but the day one launch is not going to be like a massive financial success. It's going to come over time. And then if you have 100% recoup from the publisher, a lot of money spent directly from the publisher that's going to expect 100% recoup, it means you're not going to have money again at the launch of your game. But at the same time, contractually, legally, you are supposed to deliver a game under good quality with debug, polish, etc. So contractually, you have to keep providing work after the launch to debug the game, etc. So that's why you need to also plan that specific form of post-launch, being able to budget and to keep your team at least 1 to 3 months after launch to be able to be paid because it's part of the budget to do what you're legally contractually obligated to do, polish, debug, QA, etc. Then second thing is more like content post-launch. Not every game needs to have post-launch content. For there are games that rely on systemic replayability, like games like RimWorld. They didn't have post-launch content for many years, or Factorio, or games like that. So if your game is fully replayable directly by systems, you don't need to have post-launch. So it's not necessarily mandatory, including for publishers, to have post-launch. If you have post-launch and that fits your game, then that's clearly a plus. But it needs to be tailored, realistic as well. So not delivering a big expansion every 3 months because it's not production-wise, it's not realistic. And also your teams need to have a bit of time off also, and not to be like constantly crushing and crunching, and crunching is bad anyhow, but if you do crunching towards launch and then afterwards you have an extremely aggressive post-launch timeline, then your team is going to crumble. So take into account also realistic post-launch timeline in the delivery, etc., and relying on other expertises, meaning it's not only maintaining and entertaining your community, it's not only creating content, but it's also live content through community management, through live events, through other stuff. So you can balance different types of content you create and the different kind of expertise you have. Community management can also leverage your game designers and back and forth. So that's not everyone is crunching post-launch as well.